So we're all doing a lot of renewals right now. It means making some hard decisions. Do you let that client go?
You're firing us? Honey, the accountants, they're firing us. Oh, I'm sorry, little Jeffrey. Looks like private school isn't in the cards this year.
Deciding how much we want to jack up our rates. Never mind all the other work we do at year end. Are we changing software, hiring people, year-end accounting, 1099s? Did I take Christmas off? And it's all led me to something that I think we're all doing wrong. We're not aligning the timing of our renewals to the behaviors of our clients that we want to encourage.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that means.
Let me explain. As we talked about in the capacity planning for tax firms video, the single best thing you can do to improve your tax season, probably year-end tax planning. Plan everything out before the end of the year, deploy some strategery, make tax payments, and it will depressurize your tax season. But instead, we do annual renewals on a calendar schedule because we're accountants, and that just seems orderly when the timing of tax filings are anything but. For example, most of us renew a client for the calendar year, and that includes your annual tax prep for last year and tax planning for the current year, but all bundled into this year's engagement. It's last year, it's this year or next year, but you pay for it this year. And part of this probably stems from the fact that tax documents start flowing in the new year. So we're gonna get you that new engagement in January because that'll totally make us front of mind when those tax docs start coming in January, right?
January, right, yeah.
Okay, February, when they come in February. Does this guy actually do taxes when they're coming into March? We do this in January, but if the success of an engagement is tied to whether you did tax planning at the end of the year, that's when we want to do the work. So then why do we wait to engage them until the tax planning ship has already sailed? Wait a minute, is that Tech Guru on the, you guys? Okay, well, Tech Guru happens to be the sponsor of this video because Tech Guru just works with accounting firms. They know what the renewal season looks like. You know, they actually capacity plan during tax season just like we do, because that's when all the you-know-what hits the fan in the firms. Who else's shoulder are you gonna cry on when iFirm or Virtual Office goes down? Now, when it comes to renewals, a lot of great software out there to make the process easier. Now, if you went to your regular old IT company, you have any ideas for like contract proposal-y type of software?
I would probably get set up with the SharePoint, maybe a good DocuSign going.
They don't know anything about the accounting ecosystem. An IT company that just works with accounting firms though, been around the block. They've seen what works, what doesn't work, probably make some good recommendations. And that is the team of IT nerds that I want supporting me. They understand my needs. That's why they're my IT ride or die, you know? So for an IT company that understands what it is you do, check them out at techguruit.com. What were we talking about? So what if instead of waiting to engage them until December or January for tax season work, and then just like sending out some low effort emails at the end of the year,
it's that time of year again, tax planning.
We instead renew them in October, and what we're renewing is basically October through October. That is tax planning for the current year through filing, which could happen anytime between next April and October. So rather than renewing for a calendar year that actually includes tax work covering multiple years, you renew for October through October. And all that goes into that one tax year. It means getting their attention in October, saying, hey, we need to do some tax planning now. You can probably save you some money. Here's a new engagement. Accept this to kick off the tax planning. It's gonna cover you clear through filing time. I'm sure there's some firms doing this, but 95% of us, myself included, just do it on a calendar year for some reason. Then we get to January and we're like, why did you tell us this back in there? Then renew them in October. Get their attention earlier. Now, another angle on this, what if they actually need tax planning before October? Sometimes October, November is too late to course correct. I'd say half of our tax planning engagements, we review just once towards the end of the year. The other half we're checking in mid-year. This could be a way to move some clients to fixed monthly tax engagements. Now, there's a lot of different ways to do this, definitely upsides and downsides. I'll save that for another video, but if those people genuinely need tax planning through the whole calendar year, maybe that's instead a July through June engagement, and actually a reasonable motivation for your clients to get on fixed fee. So you then have a year-round planning package that starts in July on a fixed monthly fee, and a year-end planning package that starts in October and is paid in a couple installments or something like that. I don't want to get too into the weeds on the packaging. As much as I think we should time our renewals around the most important client behaviors to ensure a successful engagement. In a tax firm doing too much work in tax season, you're gonna live and die by how much tax planning you do and what month you tell them you'll file in. So instead of a low effort call or email about tax planning at the end of the year, make your client renew in October. That's kicking off the year now. It's not kicking off in January. That becomes your big push. get their attention in peak planning season. Now, how does this fit in with your tax season battle plan? Check out my guide for how to manage your firm capacity year round. Why is he releasing this in December if I should have done that in October? It's just stupid.